On this edition of Inside Education, careers after high school that may not require a college degree. Why fields like construction are in such high demand. Plus, a duo of school dedications. That's right, we have 2 new elementary school dedications to take you to. Then, how students are learning the art of web design and development while still in high school. Plus, we talk teacher pipeline, the recent college admission scandal, and did you know you can start registering your child for next year? We'll tell you how. Inside Education starts right now.
The cornerstone of education is getting to know a student first.
We want to make sure that we're supporting families and students.
I think that the community should know that their voice counts.
And our students have all the potential in the world.
Thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Inside Education. I'm your host, Mitch Truswell. It's getting to be that time of year again. Graduation season is almost upon us. And there is a growing number of businesses, educators, and community members that want high school graduates to know that college is just one pathway to a successful career. It is interesting that most high-demand, high-paying careers require education and training other than a bachelor's degree. The Corporation for Public Broadcasting has launched a public media initiative called American Graduate Getting to Work. Vegas PBS is partnering with schools and businesses in the community to raise awareness and change the narrative voice that insists only a 4-year degree is a worthy endeavor. Sandy Wachtel has been reporting for American Graduate. And Sandy, we're talking about preparing students for the new Nevada workforce.
American Graduate Getting to Work is an initiative designed to raise awareness in young adults and in the people who influence them of the value of and the educational requirements for high-demand skilled careers. The Governor's Office for Workforce Innovation for the New Nevada projects thousands of openings, for example, in the field of construction over the next 5 years. Clark County School District is partnering with local professionals to reveal and break down barriers to building this workforce. This collaborative team is finding solutions to connect young adults ages 16 through 24 to this high-paying, high-demand career field of construction. Reports from the Governor's Office project 4,900 construction labor openings alone over the next 5 years.
My name is Don Rodriguez. The name of our company is Superior Builders. I'm a principal commercial construction manager. Right now we're feeling a very tight pinch on labor, construction people entering the job force.
My name's Stephen Haig. I've been involved in the construction industry since I was 17 years old. Probably over the last 10 or 12 years, we've seen a huge decline in people coming into the industry, especially youth.
I'm Bill Darcy. I'm National Kitchen Bath Association Chief Executive Officer. There's been a labor shortage for some time, both in the professional and skilled trades.
So part of my job is to connect students with resources for career exploration, expose students to opportunities that they could have based on their skill sets in those sectors.
Craig Brockett, Clark County School District Work-Based Learning Administrator, organized several community events affording young adults the opportunity to experience the construction industry firsthand.
With construction in particular, we really want to expose students to opportunities like this, industry tours that allow them to explore the different facets of those industry sectors.
I'm an assistant superintendent. I'm now running crews. We need to make sure that they're all successful in order to make the project move forward.
McCarthy Builders partnered with CCSD, bringing 30 female high school students to tour construction of the Las Vegas Stadium, the new home for the Raiders NFL team.
That's going to get set into place over here and kind of create this whole span.
McCarthy Builders has been a partner with CCSD for over 10 years. They're a fantastic partner in reaching out to us when these opportunities arise. I really want to use experiences like these industry tours to allow them to understand what is available for them when they get out of school, what type of education path they may need to take to get there, and understand that there's a place for them inside these industry sectors.
In addition to on-site tours, 3 CCSD high schools sent students to the Kitchen and Bath Industry Show. There, students participated in a panel discussion with industry experts and toured the show.
There's a lot of jobs in this industry that you need a college degree to do. But there's also a lot of jobs in this industry that you don't need a college degree to do. This is not only a demand right now for these jobs, it's a long cycle of jobs opening. So I really hope that the kids today have a great experience and they look at NKBA as a potential resource for them to find jobs, and they can use our jobs portal down the road at nkba.org/jobs.
CCSD collaborated with Owen, the Governor's Office of Workforce Innovation for the New Nevada, to host the Student Workforce Innovation Summit.
We have about 400 students here today, so we have a packed house. This is why we wanted to hold the Youth Summit today, where students have the opportunity to engage with employers and engage with people who are teaching them about how to build a resume, how to prepare for an interview. So those are things that we really want to help students with today. On our site, lifeworksnv.org is a great place. It's a resource you can go to. You can literally scroll onto that resource and you can see what field you're looking for.
Industry leaders, educators, and parents echo the message to our young adults about viable career opportunities in the field of construction.
Simply having your resume together and being prepared to talk to a general contractor or a trade contractor and show them that you're proactive, that would be a great start for any young person.
I would say talk to your parents about what you're interested in. Do you like to use creativity and use your hands? Do you want to work in technology? Start really thinking about it, have a plan, and modify your plan as your life evolves.
There's lots of opportunities out there in our industry, good paying, career opportunities. There's no height to where you can go, it's just limited by yourselves.
For more information on the American Graduate Getting to Work initiative, visit vegaspbs.org/American-Graduate. Mitch?
Sandy, thank you. Another in-demand career here in Southern Nevada is teaching. The Clark County School District is among many school districts nationwide facing chronic teacher shortages. That's why CCSD is partnering with Nevada State College and its School of Education, which is helping to build the pipeline of future teachers. Joining us are Dr. Chartria Collier, Associate Dean at the Nevada State College School of Education, and also Ruben Cerna, a junior pursuing a degree in secondary education with an emphasis in English. Welcome to both of you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Mitch. Happy to be here.
Dr. Collier, let's start with you. I know that most 90% of the graduates from the School of Education end up working in Nevada K through 12 schools. So I know that's
absolutely
music to the ears of school districts around the state. That's
Yes.
great. But I'd like to, in your opinion, let's step back and why has it been so difficult to have an adequate number of teachers? What's the root cause in your mind?
That's a great question, and I think that's the question we're all asking. Nationwide, as you said, there's a teacher shortage. Teachers are down 35% across the nation. So there are lots of variables. I'm going to just cover three. One, of course, is pay. You'll see over and over again when you turn on the news, you'll see teachers who are trying to secure more funding. So I think that's it. Two, I think there's this negative narrative around teaching that's permeating, again, across the nation. And you have teachers even telling people, you don't want to go into teaching. Right. And three, one thing I want to focus in on is mentorship. I think what happens is that we get a lot of new teachers that come in, but they are not provided with the appropriate amount of support. And so what happens is within that 3-year period that we all know that teachers need that support so that we can retain them, they are not getting that coaching and that mentorship that they need. So as I said, there are many variables, but those I would believe are some of our top three when we think about that.
Okay, well that makes sense, and that's a lot of what we've heard in the past from teachers themselves.
Yes.
So I know that there are a couple of places here in Southern Nevada that, I think UNLV has a teaching program, CSN has one, I'm sure. Nevada State College, what do you think makes your teaching, the School of Education, successful, the better option, whatever? What would you say?
Well, first of all, we are the only state college in Nevada. So that in and of itself makes us unique. Okay. Second of all, we have several initiatives that I'm really proud of, and we're really proud of. First is that we have a teacher academy. So we are trying to address the pipeline from all different ends of the pipeline. So our teacher academies, we have 4 teacher academies located. We have ECTA, SECTA, Liberty, and Mojave. Now these teacher academies are very unique because they offer dual credit programs. For students can get up to 30 credits of college coursework. The other part is that we're exposing them early on to teaching. So from sophomore, freshman, junior year, we're exposing them to the benefits of teaching as a career. Right. So that's one part of it on one end of our pipeline. We also on the opposite end, are one of the first schools in Southern Nevada to have a master's in speech language pathology. We have 50 applicants coming in this fall for part of our speech language pathology program. We also have a wonderful early childhood program we're about to start. We also have a bilingual endorsement. We also work in partnership with CCSD for an ARL program. So as I said, we are on all ends of the pipeline. But again, what makes us unique, we have small classes, we have faculty who are truly devoted to teaching.
Okay, Ruben, let's talk about you. What made you decide to enter, to want to become a teacher?
Well, there are a few factors that played into my decision. I feel one of the biggest one would be that most teachers will tell you that they either had multiple teachers or a single teacher that really inspired them, or that contributed to their pursuit of wanting to, pursue the education career. And for me, that was the case. I studied in Mexico for a while, and I got to experience the education system there, as well as, I got to interact with teachers here as well as in Mexico. And I feel I got an appreciation for both. Specifically at Nevada State College, as Shatria mentioned, the campus is amazing. The classes are a smaller size, which is better for my taste. And I just decided to pursue an education there because it was appropriate at the moment.
Did you find you ran into that kind of are you sure you want to be a teacher? Something that Shatria mentioned a second ago? Did you run into that a little bit or no?
Yeah, there definitely. Even I had an English class recently, and we were discussing that. Teachers burn out within the first 3 years. And to me, this was the first time that I heard about this. And I got really worried because, this is what I'm planning on studying. This is what my future is going to look like. But, I chose to put that aside and actually look at the facts and look at what we're doing at Nevada State College. In reality, we're doing much more than that, so that teachers don't burn out within the first 3 years.
Right. Before we go, Shatria, I'm kind of curious from where you stand. Is there something, you mentioned mentorship, very important, but is there something that we should be doing to get more people to look at a career in education?
Absolutely. One of the things that we're really focusing on is what we call our Why Teach campaign. And that campaign is all about changing the narrative around teaching. So we're focusing on what are the benefits of teaching. So the benefits of teaching are, one, you get to be collaborative, you get to be creative. My whole philosophy behind teaching, which I used to share with my teacher candidates, is transform the world one mind at a time. So we're encouraging our students to use teaching as a tool to transform their communities. So we're not focusing on what are the extrinsic motivators for teaching, but what are the intrinsic motivators for teaching? And we believe those are really powerful.
Okay, Ruben, want to wish you the best of luck. You're a junior now or a senior?
I am a junior, yes. Okay. I actually transferred from the College of Southern Nevada.
Keep up the good work, and I guess we need more teachers, so you keep up the good work as well. Thanks to both of you. And if you would like more information about Nevada State College, you can go to nsc.edu. Well, preparing students for skill changes in the workforce is one of the hallmarks of the Clark County School District's career and technical education programs. CTE programs offer students the skills to get a job right out of high school if they choose, or to continue on with their studies at a 2- or 4-year institution. In our continuing look at the breadth of CTE programs available within the school district, we went to Southwest Career and Technical Academy, where many students are gaining the skills to design and develop websites of tomorrow.
Welcome, welcome. Come on in, have a seat.
Denise Snow teaches web design and development at Southwest CTA to sophomores, juniors, and seniors.
Business cards, resumes, 2 goals for today.
On this day, her students are working on their capstone projects. It requires students to look ahead to their future employability. In this case, their resume and business cards.
Use some of these, look at some of these phrasings and somehow add that to beef up your resume.
Soon the students will present their resumes and other projects to a team of industry professionals who will visit the class.
They present their group project that they've been working on all year long to the industry professionals. They interview with them. They have the opportunity to ask them questions about pay and freelance.
Most of the students in this class plan to go on to some sort of higher education. In fact, Shireen Basyari has already decided to pursue a degree in biology, even though she spent 4 years in the web design and development program.
That doesn't mean that all the things that I learned throughout the past 4 years are redundant or anything like that, because I learned a lot about marketing, and it's overall made me a whole a well-rounded person.
Shireen will take her extensive web design and graphic skills, her coding skills, and other experiences with her, no matter what career she pursues.
Even though I want to be in biology in college, from web design, I'm even able to go into like journalism, I can go into biology, I can go into so many other things. So it's not condensed into just one simple thing. I'm able to go out into so many other things. And if I was at a regular high school, I'd be missing out on so much.
Anthony Calderon is focused on graphics and design and has been since before high school. His goal is to become an illustrator.
It was really easy for me to come in here. And along with that, I learned a lot of new things and a lot of interesting things. Because of course, something as general as a website, it's pretty interesting to learn about like what actually goes into it. It's more than what you think.
Anthony plans to pursue a degree at UNLV, and because of his 4 years at Southwest CTA, he is already certified in Adobe Photoshop, and he carries certifications in graphic design, web design and development, and social media.
Once they're passionate about something, you can't hold them back.
Beyond the basic skills, Instructor Snow promotes a collaborative style. Students are encouraged to work together and to find the part of the industry they enjoy most.
They get to individualize it. If they decide they really want to work on the front end and making things look better, they can really work on the front end as long as they work with someone who can help them code and they team up together and make those skills work. Because when you're doing a website, it's not just one person, it's a team of people. So that's what they're learning is teamwork and how to figure out what they're best at.
In fact, many of these students are already in the workforce. With the skills they've learned, several students work as freelancers in the industry as a part-time job. Over the past 5 years, Southwest CTA has graduated about 175 students in its web design and development program. If you would like to learn more about the many different CTE programs offered within the Clark County School District, go to magnet.ccsd.net. Operation Varsity Blues, that's the national college admissions cheating scandal where parents bribed or committed fraud to ensure their children were accepted to exclusive colleges and universities. With high-powered business executives and high-profile actresses involved, the news story has garnered a lot of attention. But it's also brought to light how competitive the college admissions process can be. Joining us now to talk about that is Herbie Walker with Walker College Consultants. And see, I'm so out of the loop on this. I didn't even know there were college consultants.
Yeah. College consultants, our industry has been around for at least 30 years. I'm a member of the IECA, which is the Independent Educational Consultants Association, and we are a certified group of independent counselors that are focused on college admissions.
And there are only 2 of you with that certification in Nevada?
Yes, according to the IEC database, there's 2 professional level members in Nevada.
Okay, well, we're glad that you're here. So I'm just going to say that I'm thinking that this has really, the college admission process has really changed since I went to college a long time ago. Really changed. In the last decade, have you seen changes?
Yeah, there has been a tremendous amount of change. The biggest and most obvious is that colleges have become more selective. So the schools that are in the very top, your Browns, your Princetons, your Dartmouths, they have gotten to a single-digit acceptance rate. And that means that they receive thousands of applications,
Sure.
but they only accept a handful. And this makes, as you can imagine, not just the students, but families nervous. And in the last, 10, 20 years ago, it wasn't this level of competitive. So that's something that we're definitely seeing, as well as affordability becoming a factor.
Okay. So why is their acceptable rating like a single percentage point? Is that because why?
Well, so
they don't have room, or they're taking more of the legacy students, whose parents attended that college?
Well, legacies always count for a portion of the admissions pool. I would be lying to say if they didn't receive a slight bump on their evaluation, but what's really happening is that students are really seeing the value in college and they're applying to more colleges.
Okay.
So what you see is USC has hit record admission rates this year. More students want to go there. And they only have so many seats to go around. And some folks, unfortunately, they want a sure thing.
Right. So did this scandal surprise you? Were there parts of it that surprised you?
Yeah, at first, yes and no. So what really surprised me with the college admissions scandal was the bribery level. When we found out that there was a college admission consultants that were just taking straight cash to finesse their way into the application process, that is something I haven't seen. it's not too unusual to hear about, okay, your dad donated a building. Or Dr. Dre, for example, helped build a college in USC. But you know, what I say the difference in that is that what Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine did, they built a program for many students to participate in. That's not the same thing what was happening here. This is not preferential treatment. This is just straight cash grab offers, right? So I was surprised to see that. What was also kind of not too surprising was the cheating part of the SATs.
Yeah.
That caught me off guard. Internationally, we have seen that this has been a problem. The College Board, for example, takes extraneous measures to make sure that there isn't cheating going on at the international level.
Yeah.
So to see that happen domestically was
You wonder how that could happen, and I'm hoping people are looking at that.
Oh, they certainly are.
Yeah.
They certainly looking at that.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the advice that you give to parents and students. So, you know, aside from this scandal, so they just do want to get into maybe they have a preferred college or the best college that they can. What advice, what do they need to be thinking about? And when do they need to be thinking about it?
Well, like they say, it's never too early to think about college, but the time window that it really matters is going to be 9th to 11th grade. And I'll tell you why. 9th through 11th grade is where you build your foundation of your GPA. So what I tell my students when I'm working with them is that you have to be very committed, learn to become a phenomenal student at the 9th to 11th grade level, because what happens senior year is when you're working with a counselor like myself or your traditional school counselor, they have to work with what you present them. So if you bring a transcript with a weak GPA that's, you know, around 2.5, there's not too much they can do. But if you've been on top of it, you're coming in with a strong GPA, there's a lot more options available to you.
I think you said concentrate as many A's and B's in 9th, 10th, 11th grade to help build what you're doing your senior year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, often I tell my students is that, listen, Algebra 1, I get it, it's gonna be a little tough class in 9th grade, but it's nothing in comparison to calculus. If you end up having to get a C in a math class, let it be calculus and not algebra. Try to knock out those early years, get the best grades as possible.
Quickly, I know you work with the nonprofit Leaders in Training. We love them, they've been on this program. What advice do you give to those students that are maybe the first to go to college in their family? What advice do you give to them?
I love working with Leaders in Training. I've been working with Erica Mosca for years now, easily, I think more than 6 or 7 years at this point. And when I give advice to those students, I come in, I'm teaching them not just about the tricks of the trade, right? I'm talking to them about how to become effective writers, because their personal statement is going to tell their dynamic story.
Right.
So I spend a lot of time with them trying to craft the individual so it shows well on paper. So when those admissions reps at those universities are looking at the Leaders in Training students, they know that you got a hardworking student who is very committed to academics and education. And that's where I start off with all of them.
Okay. It's great information that I don't often hear, so I really appreciate you being here today. Herbie Walker, Walker College Consultants. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Well, this school year, I should say, the Clark County School District opened 4 new elementary schools. Now, dedications are underway. This month, district officials, community members, and the school's namesake, Dr. Dennis Ortwine, officially dedicated Dennis Ortwine Elementary School. Dr. Ortwine was a teacher and administrator for more than 30 years.
I think it's one of the greatest honors that anyone can have, that it makes you think maybe you did a few things right, and at least somebody thinks so.
Ortwine Elementary School is located near Southern Highlands on Dean Martin Drive and Cactus. And another new elementary school also was recognized this month with an official dedication. Kenneth Divich Elementary School is named for a Korean War veteran and teacher. The school is located on Donald Nelson Avenue, that's near North Wallapai and Gilcrease Avenue in the Northwest Valley. Before we go, we want to let you know that online registration for Clark County School District students for next school year is now open. The 2019-2020 school year will begin on August 12th. Families new to CCSD may begin their registration process online via register.ccsd.net. If your student is currently enrolled, simply complete registration using the parent portal via Infinite Campus. The process, we're told, takes less than 5 minutes. And that's going to do it for this edition of Inside Education. Parent, student, staff member, or taxpayer, we all have a stake in the public education system. A reminder that you can watch this episode as well as past episodes of Inside Education on the Vegas PBS website or YouTube page. We hope to see you back here in 2 weeks.